Hey guys, welcome to my video. I just wanted to be doing a little talk about why I'm not coming back to cons anytime soon. So the first biggest reason obviously is the travel is difficult for me. I do have a mobility disability, which it makes it more difficult for me to actually do the transition of getting in and out of my suit. Once I'm in, I'm fine. Once I'm out, I'm alright. I need breaks and things. And I don't actually have anybody that knows me personally enough to deal with any of my sort of care needs, whether that be for mobility issues or like the autism side. I don't actually have anyone who can come with me, as I don't actually have friends in real life, which a lot of people seem to find surprising when I tell them because of how well my content does, but I don't have anyone that I can go to cons with. I would consider going back to cons if I would be allowed to have a single room by myself and attend by myself. I'd be really comfortable to do that probably. I would deal with the difficulties and it would be alright, but so far that's not been an option as they only allow sharing rooms, double or, executive with like more than one person. But yeah, my experience of my first con went absolutely terribly. Most of the time I was doing things I didn't really want to do or whatever, I was being followed around and stuff, being basically called really nasty things and being disregarded, not really being listened to. This was, obviously by people who were supposed to be my friends, which really hurt and just made me not want to do TikTok and not want to do anything. I didn't even want to wear my suit, didn't wear my suit for months. I will say though that everybody I met at the con was really nice. Like I spoke to loads of people at the con and everybody was really, really nice. So there wasn't actually any problems with anybody I'd met at the con, but it was the people really that I'd planned to go with. Those people who were like, oh, I'll be there for you, I know you and I'll care for you and all this stuff, and that didn't happen. And a lot of the times where I was really needing help and support, I was just kind of left on my own. I was in a lot of pain during the con, and when wanted to go for naps and things, being told, oh, but you're going to miss out, this, that and the next, and when I went home, I was in so much pain for days and days, and probably about 2 weeks in total, that I got more behind on my commission work and things like that. So a lot of things that were said to me have, really hurt me personally, and things like that. It was just a really saddening experience, so it's kind of the main reason why I'm not going to be back anytime soon, and I hope that doesn't disappoint anyone. Con experience part 2, where I'm going to talk about some of the more positive things that happened to me at the con and some of my favourite bits. My first part, my most memorable part, I'm going to start with first, and that was the Saturday night. So we had missed the live band that was playing. We caught just the end of it. Room was really full and quite crowded for me personally. But once everybody cleared out, I got up, they were playing music, doing the cha-cha slide, and a lot of my clips that came of me dancing at the con was from there. It was from that exact piece. So another obviously part where I was able to dance loads was party ops. So in the ops station, they had big speakers. It was like a party room, but it was a lot less crowded. There was people chatting and stuff. That I don't know, it was more socially easier for me personally, I found, because it wasn't like, there's not like bright lights and noises and stuff like if you're having a lot of sensory problems. But what I will recommend if you do have bad sensory with the ears, I would recommend loops, because you can wear them under any fursuit head. They go straight into the ears, but obviously you can still hear everything else, but it will help block out, especially if you've got a lot of padding in your head, it will help block out some of that sound. But you may want to just obviously, lean in nice and close if you're having a conversation with somebody, or go somewhere a bit quieter. Another thing I really enjoyed was the dealer's den, because it was my first experience, and I got to help support loads of artists that I really like and meet them in person, or even new artists, and I follow them on social media now. I got lots of inspiration for my own artworks and things like that, which was really good. So I really enjoyed that. Another thing that I really enjoyed was the games room that was set up. So I went in there and they had Oculus and had Beat Saber, which is obviously one of my favourite games. So I was able to play Beat Saber on a new console that I hadn't tried before. There was a lot of the retro consoles, which, if you don't know, I am a retro console games and toys sort of collector. So I personally own a lot of consoles, and I was able to go there and, you know, basically have a look, have a play of some of the old ones that I don't have anymore. And it was super nostalgia. Everybody was really nice. There was a lot of people I could communicate with really well because it was a quiet, you know, a lot quieter of an area. The lights weren't super bright. It was just so nice. You know, another couple of things was obviously the buffet in the morning for breakfast if you're staying at the main hotel was great. The bath was amazing. I personally enjoy a bath, so wash time was obviously great. And, you know, going outside in my suit for the first time, because it was the first time I've ever suited publicly, and it was it was just so much fun. I hope you guys look forward to your cons if you're going soon, and have a great time. I'm going to do like a little part 3 of the con experience, and this is mainly just going to be a sum up of things that you might want to do and things that you might want to bring to the con with you that could help you out. So I'm going to start off first really quickly with, you know, like disability aids and things like that. So if you do have any mobility issues, personally I didn't bring my crutches with me, and I really feel like I could have benefited from doing so, and it was sort of just like a matter of how much space I had to take everything. But honestly, if you can, you know, if there's extra things that you might not need, like don't bring loads and loads of props and things if you're not going to need them. You would rather have mobility aids there, you know, inhalers, medications, things that you need. Please be sure to bring them, as you will need them. Especially if you have chronic pain that comes and goes. If you're going to be doing lots of activities like me, I like to dance, make sure you have those with you because they are so important. Other things that you're going to want to bring is you're going to want to bring things like a water bottle. I had a Minecraft water bottle I brought with me everywhere. It was like a little prop. It was a torch, Minecraft torch, and I had water on the go. It was really great. I mean, most cons, you know, have like a changing room and things like that where you can get refreshments and cool air and whatever, but it's always great to bring one around with you at the con. You know, just bring a little con bag with you. You can bring your wallet and your phone and put everything in there if you don't have pockets in your suit, or if you don't have pockets within your outfit that you're wearing if you're not wearing a suit. Another couple of things I would suggest bringing is, if you do have any sort of disabilities, have a really visible disability badge or whatever. I make autism badges, which I do give out for free usually if they're in person. I'll give out special needs badges, you know, sensory badges, mute badges, disability badges. I myself had disability badge on the back of my tail, so it was very visible, and I had a big one at the front as well, about this size, just so that everybody knows that I am quite fragile in real life. I know I run around and I dance a lot, but you know, things like lifting up and hugs could be painful to me, so make sure that you have that and that people are aware. Other things really that I would suggest bringing are kind of like, you know, main priority things. You know, I know you get really excited and stuff for a con, and you think, oh, you know, I've got all this cool stuff I can bring. I can bring like every badge I own. I did this. I brought like 8 badges. Why do I need 8 badges? And I got more at the con. Why do I need 8? I don't. I used about 2 or 3 of them at all times. That was it. So realistically, it's just making sure that you bring things that you actually need. I mean, you know, if you've got sensory, bring some loops, bring some headphones, whatever it is that you have to do, but main priority is to make sure that you are having the best time that you can have. So take extra precautions to make sure that you can enjoy the environment you're going to be in. It's going to be busy, it's going to be loud, so be prepared. I don't have time to fit all the information that I wanted to in the last video, and I hope that you guys don't mind me just making videos just sat here in a box speaking to you, but that's what I'm quite comfortable with at the moment. So moving on, I wanted to get into the part where I tell you about things at the con that you might actually want to do and things that you might want to be a little bit wary of. So in the UK specifically, all cons are 18 plus, as there may be kink, you know, panels and things like that. While there isn't, you know, obviously sexual activity and things allowed within the cons and stuff themselves, like, you know, you're not allowed to do that on the dance floor, you're not allowed to do that walking around the con lobby. There is specific panels where people will go and they will talk about their interests within kink in the fandom and different sort of things, which is totally fine, but just to let you know that if that's not for you, you don't need to attend it, and you can stay away from that area when it's happening. But a lot of cons will have other panels for different things out with the fandom, so that you can connect with other people that do have similar interests to you, such as there's usually gaming panels. There was one about robotics, which I missed sadly, but I really want to go to. All sorts of things. So if you're interested and you don't know, you can go and learn. You can meet people with the same interests as you when you go to these panels. So if you're going to a con, make sure to look up what panels there's going to be there when they announce it, and try and plan to make sure that you can go to everything that you actually want to go to. Another big thing is, obviously everyone's going to say this, but you're going to want to go to the party. I'm not a party person. I've never been to a party in my life. I've never been to a club or anything like that. But I'm always going to suggest loops, but pop your loops in, go to the party. Like, if you're bad with the bright lights, I do find that wearing my suit actually helps, because like it's a lot dimmer and stuff inside my head and the lights are low-ish anyway. So go, if you love the music, please just go, please just dance. Like, nobody cares what you're dancing like. It doesn't matter if you're wearing a suit, just go, just actually throw your whole body and cut shapes, and you'll have just the best time. To me, it was one of the best parts. I personally did the dance competition. I mean, all the contestants were really, really good. Everybody I heard really enjoyed the show. As I was walking up to con afterwards, so many people came up to me and they were like, "Oh my god, I wanted you to win!" Like, I did the death drop, I did the splits, which people were just like, how? So dance competition's always a big hit, which most cons have. Dealer's Den, obviously you're going to want to hit up there, because it's a dealer's den, but you're going to want to spend your whole wallet, and it's really difficult. But yeah, other than that, I mean, realistically, just look at all the events that are on, make sure you plan thoroughly with who you're going with and what it is that you want to do before you go, and try and actually sort of plan out times and stuff so that you can make sure that you can attend everything.